What is up, Steelers Nation? This your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. I apologize for not being on. The Steelers don't make it very convenient. They should have called me and told me exactly when they were going to have this news go down about DK. I was out with the wife and friends at dinner, and lo and behold, this goes down. So I apologize that I could only get here just now, but I appreciate everybody showing up. What is going on, man? um I'm excited. Look, y'all know that I was down in the dumps. I needed therapy. I was pissed off. All of the above as far as what was going on with the Steelers. We weren't doing nothing. There were people in the chat telling me to calm down, Big B. We're going to make moves, Big B. I was furious. Just absolutely furious. And boom, we made a move. DK Metcalf for a second round pick. We're swapping 6th and 7th round picks. I don't think that even makes a difference, to be honest with you. The second round pick, you could say that for me, who are the Steelers going to take in the second round that is going to be as good as DK Metcalf immediately? I'm not sure that's going to happen. I'm excited. DK Metcalf, 27 years old. Now we're paying a ton for him. 5 years, 150. I haven't heard or I didn't see the guaranteed money thing yet. I was looking all over the place, but I thought I'd get on here first. So we'll see exactly how that is. I mean, literally, it's the biggest contract in Steelers history, free agent contract in Steelers history. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. I know there's going to be people out there that are pissed off. Why did we do it? What are we doing? Today's not that day, man. We've been asking for the Steelers to do something and to have weapons. We've been begging for the Pittsburgh Steelers to make a move. You've been begging for them to make the offense a priority. I don't want to hear anybody complaining about the Steelers going out and getting DK Metcalf. I'm not going to listen to that today, people. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm sorry. We have been begging for this to happen. And yet, we still have people that want to complain. I'm not listening to it. Russ definitely coming back now, says Dylan with the first super chat of the night. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But complaining about making moves, about upgrading the offense. Why are we complaining? No, not today. I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you do it because that's all we've been asking for. We've been begging, pleading, screaming, threatening not to watch the Steelers, threatening to boycott the Steelers. We've been doing all of that. And here we are. We make a move. It's time to be excited. Now, does that mean it's the only move? No. Does that mean that nothing else can get done? No. Do we need to do more? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but the bottom line is we can't just relax or just complain to be complaining. So, and there's certain people that are just so mad at, well, I didn't want to spend money on a wide receiver. Who do you want to spend money on? Like, what is it that you want? I just don't understand. Well, we got to get a quarterback. Yes, we do. But who's available that you're going to spend that kind of money on? Like who? I mean, who are you going to spend the money on? Jiminy Christmas. I just don't understand. People are crazy. But not today. Not today. Not on my channel. I get to decide that. Kenneth Grant says our man Leonard died. First round pick, book it. Cut Larry O, save cap space, and fill this roster out and draft Omarion Hampton. I agree. I agree. Now, is Hampton going to be around in the third round? Maybe. He might be. So, we might be able to. Andy Watson says, give me a break. We can't afford another move. We don't have the money. Andy Watson, I'm not sure you understand how the salary cap works. I don't think you understand how that works. So since you don't, just just don't say stuff like that out in public anymore. That we can't make any other moves. Don't say stuff like that out in public, man. They're gonna lock you up in a padded room. They're gonna lock you up in a padded room. Don't say stuff like that. The Steelers have a ton of money and can get a ton more and are about to get a ton more. Stop saying stuff like that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yes, Jamal. Yes. Absolutely. We're making a move. We're making a move. That's all we can ask. My man Jason says, I was upset that the Steelers weren't making moves as I saw Adams went to the Rams, but now I'm feeling good about they did something. Still need more. Absolutely. I saw the news about Adams and I was like, oh my God. They're dropping like flies and the Steelers aren't doing anything. But lo and behold, boom, we made a move. Boom, we made a move. So they made a move. Andy, you need me to explain it to you? The Steelers have a ton of cap space, okay, my man? $30 million. Say he makes $33 million. 30 of that counts towards the salary cap. They have ways to manipulate things with the signing bonus and how much goes towards that bonus. Every single cent doesn't count towards the cap. That's why when we extend TJ Watt, we're going to get even more money on the salary cap. That's how it works. So instead of being Debbie Downer, just say, hey, man, I don't get how the salary cap works. Good job, Steelers. We needed money. We needed a weapon. We needed it. And that's what we needed. So that's all. That's all. We needed the help, man. We needed the help. And I'm glad we got it. Is this the only move that the Steelers can make? No. This is not the only move that the Steelers need to make. But damn it, it's one. It's one of several. It's one of several. We were talking about we needed a wide receiver in the offseason. Well, now we got one. Now we got one. Mr. Dodd, $47 million in cap space. Cap spaces. Please be quiet, clueless, and can get more. Exactly. There's still moves out there that the Steelers can make that can free up another $30 million. I mean, come on, people. You got to stop. And this is the only thing that drives me insane about Steeler fans sometimes is we do something that we have all been begging for. Spend money on offense. We need offense. And now we do something. Well, why would we pay a wide receiver that? Who are you going to pay? What? Oh, my God. We had to do it. We had to do it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Andy. We get you. We love you. But today's not the day to be upset about it. It's not the day to be upset about it. We appreciate you, my man. And we got to spend it to be good. We've been begging for the Steelers to spend the money. Now we got to do more. We got to do more. You know, the question comes up, and let me ask you guys, how do you feel about Sam Darnold? Like, I'm not sure, the reports are that Sam Darnold wants to go to Seattle. But my thing is, if you're Sam Darnold, who's in Seattle? Like, what's going on in Seattle that you want to go there? Or do we want Sam Darnold? I'm not sure the Steelers do. I'll be honest. At $40 million, I think I'm passing on Sam Darnold. I think I'm passing on it. I don't. Look, Sam is fine. But for $40 million? Now, my man, Mr. Washington, was just talking about spending money on a wide receiver. And sorry, I apologize about my voice, man. It is what it is. But yeah, I would take Darnold, but 30 million is all he can get. Probably 25 to 30. I'm not giving Sam Darnold $40 million a year. I'm just not doing that. I'm not doing that. And matter of fact, I'm just not sure that I want to even take that risk. So we'll see. We will see. Mr. S. Palmer, appreciate you being a member. Teams have been doing this. It's about time we did it. You're exactly right. Teams have been spending money. Good teams have been spending good money on the offensive side of the football. The Steelers have to join that party. They have to join that party. And now we're doing it. And this is just the first step, or it better be the first step. Again, I don't want to just stop here. We got to do more. We got to do more. Now, the one thing I don't want you guys to flip out on, the Steelers are probably going to sign a cornerback in free agency for a lot of money. Do not flip out. Do not flip out. Because the Steelers need to address the cornerback position. They have to be good. Do not flip out if we spend big money on a cornerback in the next few days. Don't panic. Because I know what you're thinking. Oh, my God, we're spending more money on defense. What are we doing? No, we have to address the cornerback position. We have to. So please do not flip out. But we're moving in the right direction, people. We're moving in the right direction. Capricorn Steel with the super chat. Super excited, B. Now we need that law firm of Porter and Hobbs and Ward would be better than OJ's dream team. Excuse me. Maybe then Minkah can earn that $18 million. I agree. I'm very excited to see. How does this change what the Steelers do in the draft? They don't have to draft a wide receiver in the second round now. They can for sure go D tackle with the first pick. That one number is absolutely going to happen. They're absolutely going to take a D tackle in the first round. They spent their second round pick already on a wide receiver. Now third round is running back. You know, that's unless they surprise us and do some other stuff. We'll see. Let me get to the next super chat here from man Lee Sharp. Love DK. Just hope he and Pickens can coexist in a positive way. Both have strong personalities and want the ball. If winning, all good, equal or minus losing, I don't know. Here's the thing. You want guys that want the ball. You want guys that are strong personalities. You can be mad. You can get the ball. We saw a team this year that was mad at their quarterback in week 15 of the regular season because he wasn't spreading the ball. He wasn't throwing the ball to who they wanted to throw the ball to. That was in week 15 of this year. And they won the Super Bowl. So be mad, be dysfunctional, whatever. As long as you're doing your job, that's all we care about. But I get your point. And it's a good point, by the way. Mac Mars, keep Pickens and DK. Pay Pickens and a Waddle deal. I don't disagree. We don't even have to pay Pickens this year. We don't have to pay Pickens this year. I wouldn't be paying Pickens this year. We can wait. Matter of fact, we can technically wait 2 years to pay Pickens because we can franchise him next year. And yes, before anybody said, well, he won't play on the franchise. Yes, he will. That'll be the first time he's getting paid big money. Yes, he will. You're going to tell me he's going to turn down $25 million? He'll play. So we don't have to pay him. I'm not saying they should franchise him. What I'm saying is we don't have to pay him this offseason. Let's see how everything works out. Now, there's rumors that they might trade him. So we'll see. But I don't know. I'll get to that here in a minute. Let's get through these super chats. My man, Mr. Dodd again. We just got a top 10 receiver on a solid deal. Do y'all realize how much Jamar Chase is going to get? Jamar Chase is going to get $45 million a year. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Jamar Chase is saying, yes, yes, yes. Everybody sign. Everybody sign. Everybody sign. And Jamar Chase, because Jamar Chase, the one thing I know, he won't play one down for the Cincinnati Bengals this year until he gets paid, and it's going to be exactly what he wants, or he just won't play. So, but he's going to get a ton of money. Lord have mercy. Whew. But it'll happen. It'll happen. But he's not going to play one. And I get it. He shouldn't play one down unless he gets his money. Look, I don't care about the Bengals at all. I despise the Bengals. I don't really despise them. I think they're little brother, and they are what they are. They're just a gnat that gets in the way sometimes. But I recognize talent. Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in the league. He's better than Justin Jefferson to me. And he played this year, bet on himself. He ain't stepping on a field until he gets the exact dollar amount that he wants. And not one penny less. So, good for him. Good for him. My man Andy Watson said it makes no sense for Pickens to trade Pickens. What would be the sense of getting DK the only reason that you would trade Pickens is if you say, okay, you trade Pickens to somebody and you get a second round pick back. If you do that, okay, then you could take a wide receiver, restart. To me, I don't think you need to do that. And, I understand if you got a second round back to get the second round pick and then you draft a wide receiver. I just don't think you need to do that. Salary cap's going to continue to go up. If Pickens works out and this works, then just pay him. Again, doesn't have to get top dollar. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how they work together. But I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't. I would not trade George Pickens. Now, we might do that. Now, again, if we can get a second or a third, that's a different conversation. That's a totally different conversation. But if the trade pack value is like a second or a second and a fifth, again, are you going to draft somebody that's as good as Pickens? I mean, I get you can restart the market or whatever. I don't think I would trade him. I don't. Yeah, I think I keep him. Because, again, you're going to have Pickens under your control for at least the next 2 years to go along with DK Metcalf. The bigger question is, who the hell is going to be the quarterback now? And does DK fit into an Arthur Smith-style offense? I think he does. I think he fits. A.J. Brown fit. Metcalf is similar. A.J. Brown fit into an Arthur Smith offense. Metcalf is similar. I think Brown is better than him. Don't get me wrong. I think A.J. Brown is better than Metcalf. But there ain't too many wide receivers that are better than Metcalf. But Metcalf fits. I mean, he fits. He absolutely fits, man. I love it. I love it. There's a lot of Steeler fandom going on right now. I love it. I don't like it, people. I love it. This is what we have been asking for. This is what we have been begging for. We have been complaining and complaining and complaining for good reason, by the way. We haven't been complaining for nothing. Uh, I mean, we've been complaining about getting weapons. Well, we just got a weapon, ladies and gentlemen. We just got a weapon. And we need to be excited about it. We need to be excited about it. Now, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but it looks like that Justin Fields, that ship might have sailed. I believe that ship has sailed. Unfortunately. Or fortunately. I don't know. I don't know the way that you look at it. But I believe that ship has probably sailed. Okay. Well, if that ship has sailed, who's next? Is it Russell Wilson? Is it Russ? I have a feeling, and I tweeted this or I texted my boy, actually my producer earlier. I think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. That's who I think it's going to be. I think the Steelers are going to get Aaron Rodgers. I know that some of y'all are mad about it. I'm mad about it. I think that's what it's going to come down to. So I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think it's Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how I feel about it. But you know what? We can talk about that on another day. The quarterback situation is about to get figured out. So we can figure all that stuff out on another day. Now, another thing that could possibly be, think about this. Stay with me. Stay with me, chat. The Steelers went ahead and made the move for a wide receiver now, so they didn't have to wait until free agency started because they still want to give Justin Fields time to go test it and then sign him. Because, if the Steelers had waited until noon tomorrow, people are going to be signed and, it is what it is. You're not going to be able to get all the people that you want in free agency because you don't have a damn quarterback. So the Steelers said, well, hold on. We'll make a move and trade for a wide receiver, get him locked up. We'll figure out the quarterback situation when we can figure it out. But we want the weapons first. I mean, we talked about that yesterday. Build the team around the quarterback. Build the team up and then find the quarterback. We talked about that yesterday. Or take that back. We talked about that on Friday. We showing up with bullets and not knives now. Yes. Leonard Dodd. Yes. I'm just so excited about us having a more weapons. It's something that we just haven't had. It's just something we haven't had in a while, in enough time that I'm just excited about it. We've been in purgatory. We've been in offensive purgatory for too damn long. Basically, since Antonio Brown left, the Steelers have been in offensive purgatory. And now, apparently, we're not going to be. Now, again, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but y'all know me. I'm a realist. Coming along with these weapons also has to be play calling. We can't have the nonsense. We can't be afraid to throw the ball over the middle of the field. Play calling. Now there's no excuses. We have no excuses, people. No excuses. So if you think that we're going to be letting Arthur Smith, Mike Tomlin off the hook with these pity-pat game plans and all that, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't care who the quarterback is. Hell, I saw a meme where Chris Boswell tweeted out where he was throwing a pass in the game and said, hey, DK and GP is down there somewhere. I don't care who the quarterback is. The game plan has to be full throttle from the start. I will not be given one pass, not one pass, to either of those two gentlemen if the Steelers' offense is this conservative garbage that we've seen for the last 5 years. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, again, as a reminder, I'm going to remind you guys again, do not panic if the Steelers in the next few days spend big money on the defensive side of the field. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it needs to happen. So I don't want anybody jumping off the bridge or being so upset because the Steelers have spent money on the defense. They need to do that. They absolutely need to do that. So just take that in stride. Just take it in stride. Let's see here. It just this is a good move. This is a good move for us. By the way, anybody that's in, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. And we appreciate everybody that's already has subscribed to the channel. So, but, there's a lot of things that we could talk about. We could talk about how we got here. We could make excuses for how we got here. We're here now. And I just love the fact that we made a move. Mike Hunt says, would you rather Wilson, Rodgers, Murray, or draft? And I assume Murray, you mean Kyler Murray. Yeah, I don't want Kyler Murray. Yeah, I'll pass on Kyler Murray. I'll pass on that. So if it's Wilson or Rodgers or the draft, now that we've made the move that we made, I would rather have Wilson or Rodgers. I still want to draft a quarterback, though. I still want to do that. And drafting one in the 4th round makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So I still want to do that. But yeah, I don't know about Kyler Murray. First of all, I don't think he's available, but I wouldn't take Kyler Murray. Yeah, I'm not worried about Mike Hunt. You know what I'm saying? I know who it is. I know why he made the name. It's all good with me, brother. We got a new subscriber. We appreciate you, Jamie. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. So we appreciate you. Now, see, we got a guy that comes in all the time, and all he is negative. And look here, JJ, if you're going to be negative, I'm never going to respond. Today is not the day to be talking about bust, who's wrong, all this stuff. We're not talking about that today. So if that's how you feel, maybe another time, brother. We respect you and we love you, but we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. My man Leonard Dodd said, I said weeks ago, the Steelers want to be like the Eagles. Just need a home run running back because you can't double these guys and stack in the box. Ask the Chiefs how that worked. Exactly. You just can't do it. You can't do both. You can't do both. Now, if the Steelers can figure out the run game, because I think the offensive line is going to be better, if we can figure that out, we'll see. We'll see. But we got an opportunity. I do know that. The Steelers have a big opportunity to be able to figure out a lot of stuff. I just, man. Whew. It feels good, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel good to have a team that says, you know what? What we have been doing isn't working. We've got to do something different. For so long, we were a franchise that lived in the past and did things in the past. And now it's, you know what? They did something different. They've changed up what they're doing. They've said, you know what? We get it. We can't do the things that we've always done and expect a different result. We got to move forward. I love it. I love it. So I absolutely love it. But here's the thing that excites me even more. I don't think we're done. I really don't. I don't think we're done. I think we still have a lot more moves to make. Super chat here by Jay's Upper Teeth. I love that name. Jay's Upper Teeth says Rodgers makes sense now with GP and DK. Here's the thing that I will say about Aaron Rodgers, strictly on the football field. The last 6 games of the season, Aaron Rodgers actually played really good, people. Oh, we got another victory. We appreciate we got subscribers left and right, people. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. But this is what I'm saying. As far as Rodgers is concerned, the last 6 games of the season, he played pretty good football, man. He did. And the Jets' offensive line was worse than the Pittsburgh Steelers' offensive line. Okay? Keep that in perspective. The Jets' line was worse than the Steelers' line. So if the Steelers' line is better than what we had last year, and I can't say how it could be a whole lot worse now that we moved Dan Moore out of there, even though Broderick's going to left, we'll see how all that works. And maybe it makes sense to have Rodgers. I don't know. I don't know. Claude Bishop said, would you re-sign Najee for $7 million? No. Nope. Nope. That ship has sailed, ladies and gentlemen, on Broderick or on Najee Harris. That ship has sailed. I would not sign Najee Harris for $7 million. No. Not where you can draft a running back that can do the same things that Najee Harris can do, have more explosion for way less money. Not doing it. Not doing it. Yeah, that ship has sailed. Not that I don't like him. Again, I think Najee Harris is a very serviceable running back. But for what he brings to the table, we don't need that for $7 million. We don't need that for $7 million. Again, we can go find anybody. I shouldn't say anybody because not everybody can stay healthy like he can. And not everybody doesn't fumble the football like he didn't do. But for what he brings to the table as far as athletically and just on the field, I want more. And for $7 million, I want more than that. So I want more than that. So no, he can't stay. A man, Leonard Dodge, says, get him Caleb Johnson if we can't get Hampton. I like DJ Giddens. I like Giddens. And we might be able to get Giddens in the 4th round. We might be able to get him then. So, but yeah, no more Najee. No more Najee. And as far as Pickens is concerned, I think the Steelers just hold tight. I think they hold tight. I mean, look at the good. Now, outside of Kansas City, which Kansas City rebuilt their wide receiver room, and they kind of do it a little differently because of how good their tight end is, or at least was. But teams have had 2 good receivers. I mean, you can have 2 good receivers. There's nothing wrong with it. Philadelphia just did it. And Philadelphia is paying everybody. I mean, Philly's paying a quarterback, a running back, paid him twice, paying wide receivers, paid one of those wide receivers twice. Linemen, tackles, center, they paying everybody. Now, granted, their D-line is all young guys. And eventually they'll have to make some decisions. But while you have the opportunity, go pay the skilled guys and go make it work. So, yeah, I'm not worried about the jersey number, man. He can wear a blank jersey for all I care. I could care less. I could care less. So, man, Leonard says, yeah, but the whole defense is on a rookie contract. Yeah, no, I get it. And like I said, they're going to have to make some decisions down the road, but they also hit on those draft picks. So when you hit home runs on those draft picks, it is what it is. They got the opportunity. They got the opportunity. What else y'all got in the chat, man? I'm in a good mood today. My voice is going. It's weird. I feel better. My throat no longer hurts. I'm not sneezing. I'm not coughing near as much. I feel better, but now my voice is going. But damn it, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be here tonight. This is too important. This is too important. Like I said, I've been furious that we have done nothing this offseason. And now that we've done something, unless my voice goes completely out, and it just might, I'm here. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Yes, we need a cornerback tomorrow. Damn right we do. And just like I said, don't freak out. Don't freak out if we spend money on a cornerback. Don't freak out. It's okay. It's okay. So it is okay. Somebody said DK went to Ole Miss just like Jackson Dart. Man, stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So have a whiskey, says my man Jason Rutledge. You know I'm going to have a whiskey. You know I'm going to have a whiskey. So I love this. I love that the Steelers made a move. I love it. Super chat by my man Somber. You said you were attending the Big 12 Pro Day, right? Keep your eye on Ja'Cory Merritt, running back, Arizona. Shrine Bowl, yeah, he was hurt. Or no, he wasn't hurt. He had like an eligibility issue is why he didn't get to play at Arizona this year, correct? I believe that was the case. And he was running the ball real good at the beginning of the year, and then the eligibility thing came up, and then he couldn't play anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I'm only going to be there for one day. But yes, I will absolutely keep my eyes on it. And the other people that will be there, I will make sure they keep their eyes on them. But yeah. See, here we go. More people being negative. I got to put you in a timeout, bro. I got to put you in a timeout. And I'm not. We're not doing that tonight. We're just not doing that tonight. We're just not doing that. You just can't be positive. Here we are. All we're talking about is Steelers haven't made a move. Steelers haven't done this. We need to do this. Now it's, well, I don't trust Arthur Smith. Well, okay. Okay. Then why do you even root for the Steelers? You don't want to trust Arthur Smith. We give him more weapons. We do this. We do that. Lord have mercy. Jeez, Louise, just be happy. Capricorn Steel comes in. Any true fan that freaks out didn't watch our games last season. Absolutely, they didn't. We know we need weapons. My man Leonard Dodd, maybe trade Minkah for second and third round picks and sign. Ooh. Here's the only thing. and me and Big G have gone back and forth on this. We don't like Minkah because we don't like paying Minkah $18 million a year. That's the reason. Like, if Minkah was making 9, I think everybody would be fine with him making 9, doing exactly what he does. We would want him to do more, but at $9 million, you could live with that. Who else is willing to pay Minkah $18 million as a safety? I just don't think anybody's going to take that contract. That's my only thing. I don't think people are out there that are saying, you know what, we got to have Minkah Fitzpatrick for $18 million. I don't think there's teams out there willing to do that. That's my issue. It's not that I wouldn't trade him. But my thing is, if Minkah restructures his deal, I'd keep him. I would keep him. But that's me. My man, Mike Hunt, again, bring back proven winner Super Bowl champ, Kenneth Shane Pickett. That could be one of the worst super chats that we've ever had on Steelers Almighty. Bringing back baby hands Pickett. You should be ashamed of yourself. Proven winner. Lord have mercy. Literally could be the worst super chat in the history of Steelers Almighty. Lord have mercy. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. My man Jason, we will break our streak of not scoring on the opening drive next year with the newly weapons coming soon. I believe it's 19 and counting. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. We got to be better. No doubt about it. We got to be better. So, thank you, Jack. We appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, my man. We appreciate you. Trey Hendrickson for first round to Cincinnati. No way, Jose. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And there's no reason for us to give up a first round pick for Trey Hendrickson. I mean, we have him already. We have somebody better than him. And Highsmith ain't that much less than him. And we have a backup in Herbig. We don't need Trey Hendrickson, especially for a first-round pick. Absolutely not. No way. No way. So, yeah, I mean, there's no way I'd do that. I like your sentiment, but no. I like the sentiment, but no. But no. I do something here. Boom, 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 boom. Hendrickson's 30. And I'm not so, like, 30 doesn't bother me. That doesn't scare me that Hendrickson's 30. I mean, TJ Watt's 30. He's going to be 31 in October. Like, that doesn't scare me. It's, we're giving up a first-round pick when we have needs, and he isn't one of the needs. Like, we have needs. Getting a big-time D-tackle / nose tackle. That's a need. Hendrickson ain't doing that for us. So, yeah, we don't need him to be good. Don't get me wrong. He would help our football team. But the needs that we actually have, he doesn't fit that. He doesn't solve those problems. Hey, man, we appreciate you, Allie. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate you on this glorious, glorious night. Let's do a quick rewind here. The Pittsburgh Steelers have traded their second-round draft pick and swapped 6th and 7th round draft picks for the services of DK Metcalf. They also signed him to a 5-year, $150 million extension. Guaranteed numbers haven't been put out yet. At least I haven't seen that yet. Biggest non-quarterback deal or biggest free agent deal in the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I love it. I love it. We've been crying and crying and crying about constantly not having weapons. And now we got a weapon. Now we got a weapon. I'm excited. So do you think George will stay this year or even get a contract next year? Says my man Yeager. First of all, George is under our control for at least this year and next year if we chose to franchise him. So he has no choice but to be here unless we trade him. So he can't just say, oh, I'm not playing. That ain't happening. And Pickens is going to be on his best behavior because Pickens is trying to get a deal. He's trying to get paid. So Pickens isn't going to act like an idiot this year. He's trying to get a deal. So I would expect, at least I would hope, that he's on his best behavior. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Steelers need a defensive tackle in the worst way. Kenneth Grant looks like that guy, but we'll see. But you know what? There's stuff in free agency, too, that we may not be seeing. So we'll see. DK's attitude is 5 times worse than GP. I don't know if it's 5 times worse. I know DK has an issue, but it's never been a locker room issue. Like, you haven't heard people in the locker room talk about DK Metcalf being a problem. You've seen him get penalties on the field, pushing guys after the play, that kind of stuff. But you don't see DK fighting fans, loafing on routes, not blocking on running plays. You don't see him doing that. That much I know for an absolute fact. So, while he's got issues, I'll take DK being a bully. It's better than the alternative. So if DK Metcalf's a bully, okay. I'll live with that. And I think you would live with that too. Excuse me. So, what's that? Who in the Steelers locker room has ever said anything negative about GP? I think his play kind of says the negative about him. You think guys are just happy that George half-ass routes, half-asses on any running play, fights with fans, immaturity, doesn't know how to conduct himself in an interview? I don't think anybody has to say anything. He says it himself. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So I know we just can't. I get it. I get it. We're jaded fans. We are jaded fans. And we can't just allow for us to have a good night. We have to have somebody that constantly brings the negativity. We just can't allow ourselves to just be happy. We just can't allow it. We just have to constantly bring up the negative. Oh, crazy. Crazy. We need DK attitude. He's a bully. We need bullies. Absolutely, Jason. I'll take it. I'll take the bully. I'll take the bully that gives the kind of effort that he gives. Number one, DK Metcalf is a crazy blocker. A crazy blocker. You don't think we can use that? So, rather say sick 'em than whoa. Exactly. Or actually, I would rather say whoa than sick 'em. I would rather have to calm somebody down from busting somebody's head than to say, come on, man, get after him. That's what I would rather do. So that's what I would rather do. My man Leonard Dodge says this is going to be GP's best season, guaranteed. We'll see. Now, he doesn't have all the control in that. But here's what I would tell you. Let's just say George Pickens this year has 64 catches for 820 yards, 7 touchdowns, but you have no issues. You have no effort issues. I would say that was a better season than the season that he had this year. I would. Because now he's playing with another guy that is that good. So that's all. That's all. But as you all know, as my producer reminded me, contract year. When do people tend to have the best years of their careers? The old contract year. And George Pickens is in a contract year. Y'all know how I feel. It's you have the best year of your career after you get paid or before you get paid. And then the next year you're like, Now, hopefully that don't happen to DK Metcalf. But I'm telling you now, George Pickens is going to have a good season. He's going to be on his best behavior. So he's going to be on his best behavior. I'm excited about it, man. I am. I don't think there's any reason for us not to be excited. I don't think there's any reason. We can be upset that we don't have a quarterback. I think this helps. I think this helps us, actually. Because the whole issue with quarterback, well, I don't want to be in Pittsburgh. Who am I going to throw the ball to? Well, you got some people to throw the ball to now. Now what? Now, if Justin Fields was the guy, Justin Fields, you want to go play with Garrett Wilson? Okay, you can go play with Garrett Wilson and that garbage franchise of the New York Jets. You want to go do that? Go do that. Or you can come back. You can play with Metcalf. You can play with Pickens. Freiermuth obviously is no slouch. Our offensive line is going to be better. More than likely, I don't know this for a fact, but more than likely they're going to take the reins off of you. If you are a guy, then play football. This is why the last couple of days I was telling you guys I'm sick of kissing the ass of Justin Fields to be our quarterback. I didn't think that was a good idea to begin with. I had been saying I'm tired of kissing this guy's ass that really hasn't proved anything in the National Football League. Why are we kissing his butt? Like, why are we doing that? Well, now we don't have to do that. Now we can say, if you don't want to be here and play with this, okay. But we're also not giving you $25 million a year, Justin Fields. We're not doing that. You haven't earned $25 million a year. We're not doing that. No more. And I would put a timer on it. A man, Mr. Dodd, says, that's why I said what I said. He's seen that money DK got, and he wants some of that. Yeah. Absolutely, George wants some of that money. And you can't be acting a fool, giving half-ass effort if you want the kind of money that DK Metcalf just got. You can't do that. You can't do that. And yeah, if Fields, if he's not here, if he's not with it, then he don't need to be here. He can leave. He can leave. You know? So That's my whole thing. Is if he doesn't want, if Fields feels like, well, I want to be on the free agent market, or I want you to pay me more money. Hey, man, you haven't proven that you deserve $25 million a year. Like Baker Mayfield, before he got the deal that he just got, had proven way more than what Justin Fields has proven. And yet, that's the kind of deal that he got when he first got to Tampa. Sam Darnold, I don't know if he's proven more than Justin Fields, but he just played for $10 million. Fields, you can have 12 to 15. That's it, man. That's all you get. And if you don't like it, thank you for your services. Goodbye. Goodbye. So that's my whole thing. It's Juju says draft Kenneth Grant, Maxwell Harrison, DJ Giddens. I agree with Grant. I agree with Giddens. The only reason I don't agree with Harrison is because now that we don't have a second round pick, I'm not sure he's going to be there in the third round. That's the only reason I say that. I don't know if he's going to be there in the third round. If he is, then absolutely. I love Harrison. Harrison immediately goes into the slot, especially if we go and get DJ Reed as a corner. If we could get Harrison, he's a nickel corner. When we got JPJ, Harrison, then I would be fine with Minkah. Fine. It is what it is. I'm fine with Minkah now. I just don't like the money that he makes. That's all. For what he does. But part of that, I know, is the Steelers didn't trust the corners, so they needed Minkah to be the last line of defense. I get all of that. I understand all of that. That's why Minkah didn't do a lot, is because the Steelers couldn't trust their corners, so he had to be the last line of defense. The problem with that is you can't pay the last line of defense $18 million. You just can't do that. It's a privilege to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, says Leonard Dodd. A first-class organization. We ain't begging him to be here. Steelers, put that to bed. Yeah. Put the Fields thing to bed. Because now the wide receiver room in Pittsburgh is pretty good. Let's count. Let's do this, chat. Do it with me. And you guys are going to be more right than I am. But what are the wide receiver rooms that are better than Pittsburgh right now? We could say Philly, Cincinnati. Do you think Minnesota? Miami? But who else? I mean, I just don't. I mean, who's. I don't know, man. LA? Yeah, that's right, with Puka and now Devontae. I don't know. I don't know about Detroit. I'm not going to give Detroit. I'm not going to say Detroit. That's a good one, but maybe Detroit. So we got Philly. We said the Rams. We said Miami. Heck no to the Rams. You're tripping. You're tripping. So I don't know about Detroit. I mean, Jameson Williams, if it's not a go route, what else other routes can he even run? Like what routes does Jameson Williams run? Like he doesn't. I mean, we can say I guess the same thing about Pickens. He doesn't run too many routes either. Eagles, Bengals, Rams. Are we the Dolphins? Waddle and Hill? So, Either way, I think the Steelers is top 5. Yeah, I think the Steelers is top 5. Top 5, maybe higher. Nah, I think that Pickens and Metcalf are both better than Addison. So I think Minnesota might be in the conversation, but I think ours is better. Even with Jettas, I get it. But I think we're top 5. Top 5, maybe higher. The Texans? What do you mean the Texans? Kirk and oh my God, I can never remember his name. I mean, he's really good. But no. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it depends on the QB because you could say it depends on the QB on if the Steelers are top 5 too. You know what I'm saying? So it could depend on that. But man, number one, I want to tell you guys, I appreciate y'all waiting for me. Yeah, I was out to dinner with the wife and friends. I'd been sick, so the first time I felt good, I was like, let's go out. Let's go have something to eat, have some fun. And the Steelers didn't call me. They didn't call me and tell me exactly what they were doing and when they were doing it. So I appreciate y'all waiting on me to get here, man. I drove like 85 miles an hour home. I was 30 minutes away. It is what it is. And then it even pissed me off even more because then the highway was under construction down to one lane. I cut off 3 different people. I said, look, Steelers Almighty, my peeps can't wait for construction, y'all. Can't wait for this nonsense. So who's the quarterback? Man, I don't know. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. It's interesting, man. It's interesting who the quarterback's going to be. I just don't know. I would like to say I still just deep down 635 is hell. I wasn't that far, Mr. Rich. I wasn't that far down, but I was close. I was on the North Dallas Tollway right by George Bush. So I was close. But I still feel like I feel like it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. I really, honestly, I can't believe I'm actually saying this out loud. Like, y'all know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. But I just have a feeling that that's who it's going to be. That Aaron Rodgers is going to be humbled. And he is going to end up saying, okay, $25 million bucks. The Steelers are going to do that for $25 million. And it's going to end up being him. Because I just believe it. I believe it. I don't know if I like it. Matter of fact, I'm probably pretty certain that I don't like it, but I don't get to make the call. And you know me. If he can help us win, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. So that's the only thing that I care about right now. That's right. No negativity tonight. No negativity. I just want to help us win. Whatever's going to help us win, if it's Rodgers, whether it's that field mouse that I always tell you that's got a rifle of an arm, whatever. The Pittsburgh Steelers made a move that I don't think any of us believed that the Steelers would do. I don't think the Steelers believe that any of us would make a move like this. I think we hoped. I think we wanted. But I don't think anybody actually believed that we would go out and trade a second-round pick for a guy as good as DK Metcalf and then pay him that kind of money. I don't think anybody believed that we would ever do that because we never have. And finally, we have changed. So it appears. We've made the first step. There's a whole bunch of other steps that the Steelers got to do. There's a whole lot more that the Steelers got to do. We got a whole lot more that we got to do. So now look, I'm going to wrap this one up for tonight. We are going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 Eastern Time. Everybody that is in here now, make sure you show up tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow night. Free agency will have started. We are going to have a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. Got a couple of super chats before we get out of here, though. It's Juju says, trade for Dak or get Rodgers if we want to win. Juju, what? Okay. And then my man, Mr. Leonard Dott, I'm curious what the Mike Tomlin haters going to say now. Need more, but you think he didn't approve of this. I mean, Mike Tomlin had his hands all over this. We all know that. Mike Tomlin has his hands on everything that has to do with the roster of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So he absolutely signed off on it. 100%. Doesn't mean it was his idea, but he absolutely knew about it and signed off on it. But again, this is the beginning. This is just the beginning. So remember, tomorrow, first, two favors. First, when you get out of here and this goes off, make sure you go like the video and leave a comment. That's number one. Number two, make sure that you show up tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be live. Free agency is going to be popping. And I got a feeling we're going to have more stuff to say about what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done the first day of free agency. I just have that feeling. I've got that feeling, man. I'm excited. You guys need to be excited. You know, I think it's great. I'm happy. But I think it's just the beginning. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for waiting on me. I will see you all tomorrow, man. Aloha.